Here, how about now? Can anybody hear me now? Testing 1, 2. Day trader, can you hear me? Here, how about now? Can anybody hear me now? Yes. Testing 1, 2. There we go. So my screen went into some crazy live mode, which I can't. Here, how about now? Can stop it? Yes. Testing 1, 2. There we go. So my screen went into some crazy live mode, which I can't. Okay. All right, so we're not going to be able to see what we're doing because I can't get to, you see, we're in this like crazy mode. So we'll just leave things as they are and we'll talk to these cats. All right, so traders, I can't even see what I'm saying to you right now because my machine went crazy on us today, but I do think we're streaming live. So I'm just going to let this rock and roll and we'll see where we end up. I'm assuming we're both looking at the camera right now, at least because we're blind, but we'll do this. We'll make this through.
I think we're frozen.
So no, it's not that we're frozen. It's that I can't turn off the volume. See what I mean? I can't shut the volume off. So we'll do this. We'll do it like that.
Okay.
All right. So they are writing in the chat room now. You can see that, right?
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, traders. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry for that bout of technical difficulties. I had a beautiful setup out there at the bamboo desk. The background looked so nice. The cameras were right. We had the chairs. And when I went to go live, it just went and blew up on me. So we rushed in here and we'll get it done. All right. So camera, which way does that need to go?
I think it's good.
Hello, Noel. All right, so, you know, we were sitting around thinking about what to talk about today. And Lisa said, you know, I don't know, she brought up September 11th, 1987.
No, April 27th.
Oh, well, September 11th was the next of that same year. April 27th, 1987. Right. October was when the next big leg happened. Right. So, April 27th, 1987. Traders, do you remember when I told you a few episodes back that when I first started on the trading floor, the markets were closed already, the cleaners were cleaning, there was no one left except for us clerks who have no choice but to stay, and, you know, we have to rectify all the trades and make sure everything balances. So all the rich brokers go home and all us poor lowly kids stay on the floor and rectify. And I had told you this story that I look over to my left and I see one of our rich brokers sitting in the pit amongst a pile of paper garbage with his hands in his head looking down like he's going to cry, not saying a word. And if you remember, I mentioned it was a time in my life where I used to jump the turnstile at the ferry to get home because I didn't have the change in my pocket to get home with. I was that poor. Things are what they are, right? So that's my situation. His situation is he's a rich guy sitting in the pit, and I sit down next to him. Literally, I put my knee up against his knee, and I hit him with my knee like that, even though you can't see what I'm doing. And I say, hey, Tommy, what's wrong? And he doesn't say anything. He still has his hands in his head. And he looks up at me. He looks back down. I said, come on, Tommy, what's wrong? How bad can it be? Remember, I don't have coffee to get home that day, right? Forget about paying my bills. And he looks back up at me and he goes, Oscar, I don't know what to do. Should I trade in the Jaguar or the Mercedes station wagon? I'm having a problem.
It's a crisis.
And I'm like, dear Lord, is that your problem? You know, I think you're going to be all right, Tommy, you know? So I'm thinking that, and then I get up, walk away and go, oh my God, am I going to get rich in this place, you know? All right, so 5 years passed. This is 1982. 5 years pass. I am a full-fledged clerk, a ring clerk. I got Dominic Orciello in front of me, 5 other brokers. I rock and roll. They call me La Machine. I got this stuff down. I am good at what I do. No big day is going to get past me.
And you were next to put your papers in to become a broker.
So, after working on the floor for 5 years and watching other kids with rich daddies put their kids in the ring and those kids get rich, and I'm still slaving away because I got no rich daddy, my broker, my boss, Dominic, love you, says, Oscar, you are the best. I'm putting your papers in. You're going to become a broker. Go fill out your paperwork. Yes! I fill out all my paperwork. I fill out all the forms. I'm going to start to go for broker training. I am ready to go, baby. I'm finally going to get my shot. So I don't have a rich dad, but the guy I gave so much help to and so much respect and worked for as if he was my father, this guy's putting me in the ring. And it's April 27th. Now, so now I got my paperwork in and a few weeks pass, and I'm so excited to become a broker. And April 27th is a day on the exchange where silver went from $7 to $11 and back down to $7 in a 24-hour trading period. I'm in the silver pit.
I think gold didn't it have a $150 move that
You might
day?
have had a $150 range that day, which today might sound small, but it was the most gold probably ever moved since the Hunt brothers tried to corner the silver market.
Right.
So, April 27th is taking place. The markets are rocking worse than I've ever seen in my 5 years. I've never seen anything like this. And silver runs all the way up to like 1150, and it stops. And I'm standing behind Dominic, sweating. So is he. We're all shot from the market movement, and it's shut. It gets quiet. Goes all the way to 11.5, and it gets quiet. Like you could hear a pin drop. It just goes there. It stops. And I remember Dominic turning around and looking at me and saying, Oscar, listen, I was Michael at the time. Michael, listen to me. You are going to hear a crack of thunder at some point. Literally, it's going to sound like a crack of thunder. And when that happens, this silver is going to come down like you've never seen. And if you mess up, we go broke. You've got to be ready. He's giving me the riot act. You be ready for this. If you freeze, you give me all the papers. Don't freeze. You'll hear that crack of thunder. All right. About 10:30, 11 in the morning. About 1:15 in the afternoon, just like he said, crack. You hear like a crack of thunder. What that crack of thunder is out of nowhere. Every broker in existence runs in the pit and starts screaming at once. And silver just starts to go. And I am rocking and rolling with orders. I'm getting orders over my shoulder. Tommy, do this. Dominic, do that. Potts, do this. Come on, everybody, take the orders. Cross 2 by 20. I'm going nuts. Everyone's going nuts. And Tommy, I won't mention his last name because he's still alive today. He's one of my brokers in front of me, and I'm giving him orders, and I'm hitting him. Tommy, please take these orders. Please, the market's moving. Please, you got to fill these orders. And he won't move. He's frozen. And the market is whipping, and I got to start taking the orders that I'm trying to pump to this broker and give them to other brokers. As it turns out, half the orders I had to match in my own pocket and cross them and give them to brokers to cross. The crap hits the fan. Boom, bang, crash, smack. The end of the day comes. We're done. The market, the bell rings, ding, 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 ding. Thank God it's finally over for today. How are we going to get past this? And Tommy has been frozen in the pit for like 2.5 hours. No movement at all. He hasn't said a word. He is white-eyed, frozen, dead. The market stops. The smoke starts to clear. We pull Tommy out of the ring. What the hell is wrong with you? You know how much money you cost us today? You weren't moving. This kid's trying to give you orders. You know, yelling at him. He looks at them white in the face, and you got to remember, this is the 80s. He says, I am down $350,000 today of my own money. I bought 100 lots and froze.
It's like $1 million.
Might as well.
It might as well, yeah.
He's done.
Right.
So, we don't know what to do to help him, but we're going to try. I mean, it's still that same day. Action's going crazy. I got to try to figure out how to get Tommy out of trouble. We end up having to take hotel rooms at the Vista Hotel across the street, that same Vista Hotel that I had cleared out one day. We all take rooms at the Vista Hotel because we work on the trading floor till like 11:30, midnight maybe. Maybe it was 1 in the morning, right?
Yes.
We stayed till like 1 in the morning.
2 a.m. they closed. 2 a.m. They locked the doors and we had to leave.
So we're trying to reconcile trades from that insane day since early in the morning at 8 in the morning. It's 2 a.m. the next night. They shut the floor. We go to the Vista Hotel. It's us and 1,000 other people from the floor. Come back the next morning at 7, get ready to try to reconcile more. Dominic brings me in the office. Says, hey, kid, I got to speak to you. I need a favor. Oh, sure. What do you need, Dom? So, well, you know, we lost that money yesterday. We cannot let the world think that one of our brokers froze and didn't do his job. We can't let that information get out. We can't let that reputation get out. Well, what are we supposed to do, boss? The guy froze. I mean, he lost a lot of money on us. He says, here's what I need you to do, Oscar. I need you to take the fall for that $350,000. I need you to pretend you made a clerical error. Then I will fire you in front of everybody, and you leave the trading floor. And when you come back, I will bring you back as a broker. You'll be my local. I'll put you in the ring, and I'll finance it. And I went, what? 5 years of the loyalty I wouldn't give to my own father I have given to you. I've jumped in that pit and risked my career. I've done things that would maybe have put me in jail for you. And you want me to take the fall for your brother-in-law, asshole junkie? No way. That's not happening. So, because there was another guy involved in this mess too, his brother-in-law used to do too many drugs. He's dead now. I said, F you. How about this, Dominic? I've given you the loyalty I wouldn't give to anyone, not even my own father, for 5 years. Why don't you kiss my ass? I quit. You think I'm going to lay there like a wounded animal, like a dog that's been kicked? We've got a reputation on this floor. Everybody on this floor knows me. You think I'm going to come back as the flunky kid who lost all that money and then had to be brought in as a local by you? Kiss my ass. I quit. And I walk out the door. This is my whole life. This is everything about me. This is everything I'm going to be. My papers are in to become a broker. And I walk off the floor. I quit. That's it. F you. I'm done. That's the end of the story for today.
Yep.
Tomorrow, I'll tell you where that goes. Believe me, that's the beginning of my career. You think the first 5 years meant anything? Wait until you see what happens next. But I'm going to end it there. I will hope to get these technical difficulties cleaned up. Kids, I promise you, this is going to get exciting. Wait until you see how I become a broker. Wait until you see what I had to do to become a broker. You are going to fall over. Thank you for tuning in. We love you guys. We will see you again tomorrow.
Yes.
Now, I have no idea how to turn this off, so you guys are going to be with me for another minute because everything's
Okay.
discombobulated on my screen.